Welcome everybody today to the next episode of the Footy Culture Podcast. Today you are joined by myself, Mateuzinho, Jayzinho,
What up?
Quintinho, and welcome back, Danielinho, from his month hiatus.
We back, boys. We back.
Cue the applause track.
But let's start off with something very close to my heart, which is this badge right here. Italia got absolutely smacked by Haaland and the boys of Norway. We are trash. That's all there is to say. Haaland literally started trying in the second half, and he dismantled our backline. Jay looks dumbfounded right now. But there's not much to say. We had no tactics. We had a decent first half when Haaland was literally just playing around. But then apparently Mancini slapped them in the buttocks. And he's like, you know what? That motivated me to win. And then this guy just scores 2 bangers against us and calls it a night. Now we have to play the stupid qualifiers again. Not the qualifiers, the playoff round. And we already know how that goes. 2 losses in the last 2 playoff attempts.
Who were the last 2 opponents?
Sweden and Macedonia. And I think we could get Macedonia. And
Sweden again. You could possibly get
Sweden again.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's rough. But yeah, rough game. I don't know how.
Can you do it with now having to play 2 matches? Because it's going to be a 2-match playoff. So it's going to be tough.
Wait, 2 leg or 2 different games?
2 different games. If you win the first one, you'll qualify to the next round of like the playoff version of it. But yeah, man, it's been a surprising result for Italy. You know, this might be the third World Cup finals tournament in a row where they're not present, and considered a top 10 team in the world with 4 stars on their chest, on their badge, not being there.
It's crazy. I saw Michele post something about Italy XI versus Norway XI, and it's not even close. I don't even know how we're losing 4-1 to a team that talent-wise doesn't compete, but as a team, like they work.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know why you're losing 4-1?
Yeah, tell me.
Starts from the coach. Your gaffer, Rino Gattuso, is going into the media making excuses, being like, "Oh no, in UEFA, only the first place team gets to qualify. The second place team gets shafted. Meanwhile, in CONMEBOL, every team makes it basically. Back in 2006, the second place team made it. In 94, there were only 2 African teams at the whole World Cup. Be better at soccer. That simple. Play better."
Gattuso's just a complainer, though. He's always been a complainer. And I don't rate it. I don't rate that. I like Gattuso as a player. As a coach, he has no idea what he's doing. He's just he's just going to hype you up, put you on the field. You just got to do what you do because you're not going to have anyone telling you what to do. So you got to hope for the best when Gattuso's there. You're not going to have anything special when they play.
Was he the scapegoat, you think? If this did happen eventually of them not qualifying, was he going to be the one to blame?
Well, I think their past 2 managers are more like tactics oriented. Like Spalletti and Mancini are both tactics. Now they brought in someone because they got killed by Norway and lost to Israel. They needed someone that's going to motivate these guys. I think that's what they thought they were lacking. And now they brought in a guy that motivates them. Now we don't see any tactics anymore. And yes, this is only Gattuso's first loss. He only has 1 loss in like 6 or 7 games. But now we're going to be facing someone in a playoff round, and it's going to be a lot more serious. So this might be when tactics need to be implemented, and we don't have tactics.
I think he's doing too much talking, bro. This guy spent the whole week complaining about African World Cup spots when he should have spent that time coaching his team. Right?
Yeah. There was another thing that he said. I can't remember. Like he was saying like a team sucked, and I can't remember what it was, but I'm not going to bring it up because I don't remember.
You said he's a motivator, but like mentioned, he's going into the media making excuses. What kind of aura does that set on your team when your coach isn't even confident in the team itself? You're just making excuses from the get-go.
If anything, it allows the players to be more okay with losing.
100%. It brings complacency to the team. And at the end of the day, it's hard to motivate trash players. Italy's a trash team. Yeah. Players aren't good. Gianluca Mancini.
Who?
Locatelli. Who?
Esposito. Who? I'm
Okay.
hearing next number 9 for Italy. Come on,
He's
bro.
a good player.
I heard Bastoni was the best center back on the planet. Yet he puts on a Nazionale shirt and he doesn't know how to play football.
Not for me. Don't tell me. I already explained I gave my 2 cents for Bastoni.
Okay, so just answer this simple question. Is Italy going to miss their 3rd World Cup in a row?
I'm gonna back my team for this because we should be the best team in this playoff. So,
I don't know. There's some.
I want to say we're not missing it.
There's some good teams heading into this playoff. We're talking Bosnia. We're talking Poland. We're talking Albania. We're talking Sweden. There's some bloody decent teams.
All beatable. No defense.
All beatable. For who? Not Italy.
For Italy.
Hungry there too, no?
No. Hungary got
They got 3rd.
kicked by Ireland in the last game
yeah, that's right.
because of Troy Blood Parrot.
What a player.
But so you're saying Italy will qualify for the 2026 World Cup?
They have to.
No, they don't.
They have to. Yeah,
That
they
is-
have to. They have to. You can't let me not watch Italy for a 3rd straight time.
That's
Okay, well, answer
12
this.
years, brother.
Answer
12 years. 12 years.
Crazy.
Answer this, because I made a video on our socials saying that Italy is the 2nd best national team of all time, and it's not even close. But if Italy go on to miss this 3rd World Cup in a row, is that negated? What will be the discourse around the Azzurri?
You're going to have to delete that video, bro. Take the video down if they don't qualify.
Give me the discourse. What's the discourse?
I might have to take over Italy. That's what's gonna happen. Because realistically, who are we gonna get? Ancelotti?
No.
From
We'd
Brazil?
rather coach Brazil.
Isn't that crazy? Like, when you really deep it, like, one of your best ever coaches
It's because
from your country representing, some would say, the rivals in international football.
It's because he wants an attacking team. Italy has like who can you name on the team that's a good attacker?
Bro, I keep hearing about Moise Keane. I keep hearing
He was injured.
I keep hearing bring Chiesa back. He's the savior.
Yeah, Chiesa. Okay, well, first of all, Keane's injured. It's not like he's our best attacker when he plays. Chiesa is not coming on his own because he doesn't want to because he's not fully fit. He hasn't been fully fit all year. He hasn't been fully fit for the past 3 years. So,
Buddy, busy doing interviews talking about don't come to my home.
yeah, I know. Yo, did you see that interview? I was like, that's not a Chiesa interview like I would expect.
It's funny though.
What? He's clearly antisocial.
No, in interviews he's usually good. Like he's easy to talk to. But yeah, I don't know. They have no attack. Ancelotti wouldn't fit this type of football.
Okay, but let's say Italy don't qualify. You have to make a video, like obviously kind of talking about what happened, the discourse, what it means. What would you say in that video about the state of the Azzurri?
What would I say? It's the same state that we've been in for the past 12 years, even though we won.
But it's not.
a year.
Italy went like 34 games unbeaten within 3 years, from like 18 to 20.
Yeah, but that's
So no, it's not
World
the
Cup.
same. Okay, so what? Like, give me what's the rationale you're providing here? What are you saying on the state of the Azzurri?
But what do you want me to say? I have nothing to say.
No, I made the video saying Italy's the 2nd best national team, for example. You have to make a video because you're the Italy correspondent. What are you saying about Italy for the masses to know?
There's nothing. No, we suck.
That's all you're gonna say.
Like, what was there? No, we're in a bad period of time. The past 12 whatever years
Yeah, but I know that.
has been terrible. Like,
That's
what do you
on
want?
paper.
Yes, but what do you want me to say?
Give me between the lines.
It will
Give me-
be better in the future, I guess. I don't. There's
You
nothing. There's nothing
said-
to say.
Based off what?
Yeah.
There's nothing to say. We don't have talent coming up. That's outstanding. We don't have managers that are on the rise that are going to take over this team. Above our managers is a shit house. What do you want me to say? It's not gonna. I can't say. I'm not gonna lie to people and say, yeah, we're don't worry, the next one will be good. Like,
Okay,
I don't know what to say.
You get the call from Sky Sports. Come down to our studio. Tell us what is wrong with Italy and what this means for the Azzurri. In 1 minute, what are you telling them?
I just
what are
said
you
it.
saying to the world?
No talent, no managers. Above the managers, a wreck. Like, we have everything that stems from the top is a shit house. So it's kind of like United at this point. Everything from the
Oh, why am I getting fucking
no
crazy strays here, bro?
I'm just saying that because that's the first team I can think of.
No.
Yeah. From the top, they don't have owner, but like from the top, it's just shit everything underneath.
Sounds like Juventus.
Yeah, same.
Okay, but
kind of symbol.
Okay, but give me, if you had to narrow it down on a main culprit, because I know it's a mess all throughout. Is it down to, the front office per se, or down to the players?
The front office. I would say front office. No, I'm not gonna say front office. I'm gonna say it's actually the Serie A that.
Ooh, I was gonna say the league too.
That screws us.
I was gonna say the league too.
It's the league. We don't play. Okay, I said we don't have talent. We have talent that does not get played and does not become great. Like we had. Let me give you an example. Casede, that was supposed to be the next big thing. Guess where he went? Chelsea, and guess what they did? Sent him on loan to a team that isn't going to play him because they don't need that position, the type of player. I think it was Leicester. And guess where he is now? Torino, doing nothing because they ruined his career. Now, another player, Fagioli, didn't get played at Juve. Was supposed to be a next big midfielder for us. Didn't get played. Sold him. Is nothing now. Like those. That's just two. I can give you another one actually. Camarda went to Lecce. Is at Lecce right now. The team with the least opportunities going forward. That's where you send our biggest talent, biggest scoring talent, to a team that does not create opportunities for the strikers. That's all I can say.
So you're blaming the Serie A for the Azzurri's failures.
100%.
Okay.
So moral of the story is give the young talent playing time.
Yes.
Should the national team reflect also how a league is ranked? Because if you're telling me Serie A is a top 5 league, but the national team can't perform, is that now a part of saying like the development in this league is not good enough? You're bringing players from abroad to kind of bolster your league, but now your national team is suffering.
It doesn't rank like due to just Italians because I just said like they got all of these players abroad. Like you still got to count these players that come in from abroad.
Yeah, I think the majority of reason why Serie A is so good is because of the other players, the foreign players. Name me the top 10 best players in Serie A, and is there probably even one Italian there?
They're probably like mostly Argentine.
There's a couple of times maybe one Bastoni. That's it. Like that's the only one that comes to my mind. At top 10 players in Serie A. Meanwhile, like La Liga, there's gonna be Spanish players there. England, there's gonna be English players in the top 10. France, of course, Germany, of course. So, like, for Serie A to not even have, or just maybe just one Italian in the top 10 best players in the league, that just shows you right there the quality of Italian football and where it's at.
Isn't there a couple of Norwegians that play in the Serie A as well? Right? I think some of them play there. So, I don't know. I saw that team. I see Gattuso up leading the squad. I see Buffon on the side of the bench. I see Chiellini on the side of the bench. I'm like, Bonucci, sorry. And Chiellini, I think I saw Chiellini there too, no?
I think Chiellini's like in the stands. I don't know if he's on the bench. But yeah, he's probably...
But again, what experience do these guys have in coaching or being part of a team that can, it's not club football. At the end of the day, you're going there, you need results every single game. If you're going to try players out and, see where they develop and how they perform, sure, try them against the smaller teams. Try them against Moldova or try them against Israel. But when it comes down to it and you face Norway, like... There's no more practice anymore. You have to go out there and get the points. Yeah. Now, the whole conversation about this whole Italian and the Euros and the Euro qualifier and the Italy performance and them not qualifying, and even Gattuso kind of complaining about the whole structure of the UEFA qualifiers. Do you think this qualifier is just, or should there be a change in the qualifying format for the Euros, considering the discussion, the comparison I always hear is a CONMEBOL, for example, people bringing up Brazil qualifying to the World Cup with losing 6 matches, finishing in 6th place. Considering that there's only 10 teams that are participating in the CONMEBOL qualifiers, and of the 10 teams, 7 of them go in, and 6 of them go in, or 7 of them go in, and 1 of them goes into a playoff format as well. Is that right? Is that just? What do you think? Because I have my 2 cents, but I want to hear from you first.
It's only just. I think it is just. It's only just because Europe has so many countries. Like you can't. Like how many European countries you're gonna make it? You might as well just make it the Euro. Mm-hmm. Like I think South America, as easy as it is to make it to the World Cup, they have to have that many spots. Like you can't not give that, or else it's not really a World Cup.
So you're saying it is meant to kind of be divided kind of equally in a way in terms of size of the continent, but
if you're in Europe, you're just unlucky.
Yeah,
you're unlucky to be in the most populated footy.
But they get a lot of spots too. Still,
they do, but they want more. I don't think we deserve more. They can't get more. They already added more, so I don't know how many spots do we need.
Should the format change? Should they change it? Because I heard someone say they're trying to kind of change it like a Champions League format where there's a big league. There's something kind of pots in terms of how you can match up between different teams, but something where there is a top and a bottom half. You qualify to the next round, but something like that, like a little qualifier where it's like a big table rather than having smaller groups.
It's interesting.
No, I think just keep it the way it is. Like, don't overcomplicate things. Like, we haven't really seen problems in the past with how like the qualification process works. Just keep it as it is, you know?
Because at the end of the day, like in South America, you're playing 20 games or so to qualify. So you're playing those games. You're going to obviously get results where you're winning, you're losing. We see results in South America where you can't play in Bolivia because a team like that, like you go and you play in La Paz and you're like losing as a Brazil or any other team because they have advantages of the altitude. Should you scrap the Nations League and have a longer qualifier to have more games for your teams to kind of build a better team, to shape up a little bit better rather than having a Nations League where you're playing for a national trophy, but is it going to get your team ready for the qualifiers, right? Like if you're going all out on this Nations League, now you're going to deal with some injuries players going through. You still want to win, so you can't really try out a new player that is coming up because you don't want to have to lose results to eventually, screw up your tournament play. But now you have to jump right into qualifiers, which is what I think is like less than a year of qualifying, right? Mm-hmm. It's a quick qualifier. So you can't really get your teams like practice either because there's no friendlies. You guys don't play friendlies anymore. We play some friendlies here and there. We're playing friendlies now, which I think is great because we're really qualified. So we've had almost 6-10 friendlies to get us prepared for the World Cup now. You guys don't have any preparation for the World Cup because whatever team you guys have in these qualifiers, that's the team you're bringing in.
It's terrible.
So is the Nations League screwing you guys over?
The Nation League is... I've always hated the Nation League. I think it's the most pointless thing I've ever made. I know they just put a competition in there because why not? But it's pointless. I know it's... You can't not play your best players there because it's for money at the end of the day, and these managers probably get a bonus if they win. So they're going to be playing their best players.
It's a national trophy. Like at the end of the day, Portugal won the last one. It's a big result for them, I would think, because again, Portugal with Ronaldo, you're winning Euros, you're winning Nations League. I think they have 2 now, right? So it's a big trophy. But again, you guys can't have friendlies. You guys don't want to have to. You have that time to try out some of the young talent that you're saying is in the Serie A. They're saying friendlies are pointless. I think friendlies for international football is important, even though it might not be great for some viewership. But to get prepared for the Euros and the World Cups, you need friendlies.
Yeah, friendlies make sense because you get the opportunity to play against teams like you don't really face in your region, right?
Yeah,
good test to see if you could face like a European team if you're from South America, if you're from North America like Canada, playing against decent European sides, seeing how you stack against them.
Whether it's friendly or not, I'm still going to watch it to support my national team. Ecuador faced Canada the other day. We went to go watch it live. Yeah. Boring ass game. Our Ali Ahmed got a red card in the 5th minute, so it was really all defensive all game. Ecuador tried to break through, but I'm seeing our gaffer trying new things to try to get that ball going forward because we know Ener Valencia, although one of our greatest goal scorers of all time, top goal scorer, he doesn't have it anymore. So our attacking threat isn't there. Where our defensive line, world class because Champions League finalists, playing in Europe. We don't have the finisher, but that gives us time to try out different players, try out young talent coming out of different leagues, and even from back home in South America and Ecuador National League. If we're going Nations League to the World Cup, like we're not trying out young talent, and I think that's where Italy lacks.
You could say the same thing for a lot of nations, but they're doing it. Italy, for some reason, don't do it.
Who?
Like Germany plays a talent. France does. I see France, but they have their favorites, but they do bring up different players.
But Germany has that squad already built because the league itself is already at a high. You're playing with Bayern Munich, who play almost full international national team players, whereas your best team in Inter Milan, how many times do you have starting in your starting lineup?
3, 4.
Bayern Munich, half that team, if not more, is German.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, another top class, almost all German. A lot of players German too. So, not for anything, thanks to Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich, although, a club team, they're to thank because their national team players kind of all play together already. So they're like already gelling. They already play together. So it's a lot easier for them to bring them on to national football and kind of have a strong team where you can kind of bring in some players here and there to kind of fill in some spots.
That's usually how it goes. Like usually for when international teams thrive, it's when they're mostly playing together on a similar team, like Spain, like 2008 to 2012, all Barca Madrid.
But that was the most recent team, though.
But like 2006, pretty much all Juve. 2014, I'm pretty sure that's Germany year, right?
Yes, 2014.
That's all Bayern Munich, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern Munich, and then a little bit of Dortmund. Like it's there's always a team that makes the majority of the team that wins.
So what should we say that in order for your national team to be world class, there should be a club team that kind of builds around it, kind of bringing the national team players together to kind of keep that cohesiveness and like just keeping it the morale high, keeping it all in sync from club to national team football. Because like you said, we've seen those before, and that's what some of the best international teams have had players playing in the same clubs.
Yeah, you have to, because they've been gelling together for how long on that club team, and then they go international. It's like they're playing at club level still, and it's like no pressure.
And it's a lot easier for the gaffers too, because you're playing probably the same kind of football. Yeah. You just say, "Yo, play how you play back in the club." You're just chilling. So, yeah, that's a good shout too.
I think ideally, like the worst thing for a national team is to have so many players playing in different leagues, different clubs, because like we said, like you need that kind of chemistry within your team, not just because you're from the same country, but because you play together on a day-to-day basis at club, right?
Yeah, what about France 2018 though? It's a pretty mixed team.
I think that team just in general had world-class players overall, where you had players like Mbappe or Griezmann who can do it on their own. Same thing with a team like Argentina, where a player like Messi can just outshine the whole tournament and outshine that team, where they can carry that team on their back and they get results. Where a team like Italy, they don't have anyone like that. A team like Spain right now, they don't really have anyone like that, where you kind of need the full team to kind of gel. France, Argentina, they had those players to kind of shine. Look at the final. Mbappe 3 goals. Was it Messi 3 goals too? No, Messi didn't score 3 goals. But, Mbappe hat-trick. Like, you're not seeing that World Cup finals with any other team.
Yeah, like, France was just a team of stars. Like, that team was filled with stars. The difference with France and Argentina, though, that Argentina team was together for how long before they won that World Cup? Like, that was the same Argentina for, like, 10 years. Mm-hmm. And still going to this day, that team. Like, they gelled in a different way that they didn't need club level to gel. Like, they just were always together. Every international break, same team. And then they had Messi to top it off. That's why they won the World Cup. Like, it was they were bound to.
I understand. I understand the saying. Obviously, like we know with Barcelona, Spain's best when Barcelona is majority of the team. But that's not. It's not. If I'm Barcelona, I wouldn't want the Spanish team to be all Barcelona, because there's more chances of my players getting injured. At the end of the day, club teams don't care about what happens on international football.
No, for sure.
Because they don't want their players to be playing out. Realistically, they don't want their players to be there because they know how injury they get. Like we saw with Magalhaes, right? Gabriel Magalhaes, he just got injured as well. Now, Calafiori got injured as well. So you think Arsenal's happy? No. So of course, in seeing as a football fan, of course, it's best if the majority of your international team is one team because you have that cohesion. But clubs are not looking at that way. They don't want that.
I feel like
is there a way to get like maybe an incentive for Serie A to have more Italian players on the team? Maybe they get an extra bit of cash at the end of the season if they play Italian players more. Like I don't know
from who.
No,
I don't know. But
you donate to the GoFundMe, bro.
I'm just saying, like
these teams are trying to win. You're not going to just, we get an extra incentive if you play these players.
And that's the thing. So like clubs don't care about that anymore. It's just unfortunate for Italy. If your academy's not doing well, you're not doing well.
And I also think that national teams didn't mind as much before. Now that there's like a cajillion games, now they care, because now these players are playing week in, week out with club, and now they're playing week in, week out with national team. They're literally playing every week, like 2-3 games sometimes. Like it's crazy how many games they play.
Yeah, but speaking of a team full of stars, I want to talk about Portugal a little bit. This international break, 2-0 loss to Ireland in which Ronaldo got red carded. Some are saying he may miss the first game of the 2026 World Cup through suspension.
First 2 games I heard because it's a direct.
Rumbling.
Hell, allow him, bro.
Some rumblings.
He's not Messi. He's not Messi, man. Messi can kill someone. He'll still play the first World Cup game and probably end up winning.
Bro, it's Creed, bro. He's gonna cry about it. He's gonna tell his journalist friends, bro. Like they'll get it done, bro.
They're gonna somehow like allow these 2 red cards to carry over to friendly matches.
Yeah,
But there's no friendlies. Is there?
They'll probably set one up.
But yeah, go on, Jay.
Well, they proceeded to then beat Armenia 9-1, in which João Neves scored a hat-trick. Bruno Fernandes got a brace. Crazy game. So it raises the question, man. Are Portugal better off without Ronaldo? Well, tell me about it.
we saw it during the World Cup last time, right? Cristiano on the bench. Portugal seemed like they're okay, right? We saw Goncalo Ramos score a hat-trick in that World Cup. Who's to say that Portugal can't perform without Ronaldo, right? We've seen them perform without him. Who's to say they can't continue doing that?
So what you're saying is don't start Ronaldo at the World Cup? Get him away from that 11? Get him away from the team itself? What are you saying?
Brother's going to be 40 years old. What, 40, 41 come World
41.
Cup time?
41.
Bro, just stick to the cheerleading job he did for what was it, the Euros, Nations League?
2018?
The Euro finals.
Yeah, for the Euro finals, bro. Just stick to the cheerleading job.
Whoa.
I don't know. I as much as I want to say like they don't need Ronaldo, I still think they need that. I was about to say flower power up top. I meant star power.
Yeah.
They still need that star power up top. I think he's kind of their X factor still. Like no one's scared of their front 3 unless Ronaldo's there.
You think players are really scared? Like
They
still?
are. Just name wise, it's a scary guy to go up against because he could still do whatever at any moment, any point.
I feel like this Portugal team's like fed up with Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You can see like in the body language kind of. I feel like Bruno like absolutely hates him, bro. I don't know if it's just me.
Bruno's a brat. Everyone hates Bruno too. Like,
But even then, like it seemed like even Bernardo, I don't think he messes with him like that. Like I don't think this Portugal team respects him like that anymore. You know?
Matt, I think the media got to you, buddy. Because like
Propaganda.
the propaganda has got to you because to be honest, I think Portugal love Ronaldo. At the end of the day,
The team or the country?
the players and the country,
I don't know.
the whole team loves him.
I don't
Because at
see
the
it.
end of the day, what he's done for Portugal, and yeah, you could say they scored 9 goals. Sure. I would bet you if Ronaldo was there, they'd probably score another 9.
Yeah, okay,
What
bro.
team were they
Maybe
facing again?
Armenia.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it was Armenia. I mean, no disrespect to Armenia, but come on. We saw obviously they lost to Ireland, I believe.
Yeah. But that Ireland team
Didn't
is
Ireland
good.
go and win the other game as well?
yeah.
So this Ireland team is not bad. Clearly, they have the passion. The fans are there. The players are there. So it's not. Again, football is football. Teams like that can win here and there. So, man, I don't think Ronaldo should be seen as the problem for Portugal. I think the problem for that team is something else.
What is it then?
Bruno, hey Bruno.
Come on, bro.
I don't know. You're telling me
Here I was getting to you,
you're
bro.
telling me Neves got 3 goals, Bruno got 3 goals or a brace, whatever it is. It sounds like most of these goals are coming from the midfield. So they're clearly lacking some attacking threat going forward. They might get their goals elsewhere when Ronaldo's not there, but Ronaldo's still a player who can come on against a big team, not Armenia, maybe against a Spain in the last World. Remember that World Cup where he scored that goal against and Nani also stole the other goal from him. But
Long time ago.
Yeah.
that's a long time ago. But I'm saying he's a player that can come
Like 13 years ago.
in big games, and win you those last minute goals, get you a goal that you need coming. I just think maybe their gaffer Martinez is maybe seeing something, and maybe they have to play a different way now that they're able to provide goals from the midfield.
Yeah.
Maybe they use Ronaldo some way else. I don't know.
Stick to the bench role, man.
I don't know.
I don't know if you want to. I don't mind him getting subbed out. I don't think you can't not start him.
You can. We've seen it happen before.
I don't think so because who's better?
It's not about who's better. It's about who works more for the team.
I think Ronaldo still does. Works more for the team. I think he, as I said, they need that star power on the team. Every World Cup winner has that star up top that we've seen recently. Messi, Mbappe, so on.
But you can't make him the focal point of the team anymore. He's past that kind of stage of his career.
He is though. Who's that focal point?
You
if
don't
he's
need
not?
a focal point when you have a good team.
No, you need a focal point right now. I think I don't think they beat a top team without Ronaldo. Just with his passion. to keep his team
I'm
in
talking
the...
about passion. Bro, the same thing as cheerleading.
It is, but having that cheerleader on the field is a little bit different than having him on the bench. And he's not a cheerleader. He's probably going to score a couple goals at the World Cup. 1 or 2.
Yeah, not in the knockout stage, though. Still has 0, by the way.
My question to you, man. I'm not trying to like throw shade to Brazil, but
Nah, throw it, bro. I'll catch it.
If wouldn't you say the same thing about if Neymar goes in place for Brazil then?
Yeah, but the way Brazil play with and without Neymar is completely different than the way Portugal play with and without.
Isn't Neymar
Jack.
past his prime like 100%?
You would say,
And why would you put so much pressure on a guy that's off his prime? He's clearly injured.
Not even on his off his
Clearly not the level he is. You saw, I don't know if you saw the clips today
Off
on
his
TikTok
game.
where he tried to do 2 rainbows over the guy. He
Yeah.
couldn't do a single one.
tough, bro.
I saw
Twitter
going crazy saying, bro, sometimes you got to leave football before football leaves you.
It was AI.
That was not AI.
Shout out Sora.
So, like, I don't know, man. You're saying Ronaldo is not. Neymar looks the same thing as Ronaldo.
What's that got to do with Cree?
No, Ronaldo looks better than Neymar right now.
I'm saying.
Ronaldo still scores every game he
Yeah,
plays.
Ronaldo's not getting injured. Ronaldo's playing every game. He's still one of the top goal scorers in all of football. Still out there. He still wants to play. Neymar, on the other hand, bro,
Neymar wants to play too, bro.
his body doesn't want it though. So
Tough, man.
His PokerStar.net account's calling.
Nah,
his
but
Fortnite account's calling. His what's the other game he plays?
CSGO.
CS:GO is coming.
Nah, but if he continues playing and like doesn't get injured, then he'll be there regardless. Just like Ronaldo.
You're saying in the World Cup for Brazil?
Yeah, Neymar will be there.
you see him starting for Brazil.
If they
Depends on his form, bro.
Oh,
what's his form like now? What form can he
Barely,
build?
bro. He like just started playing like regular minutes again.
What form can he build in 6 months?
Hey, man, 6 months is a lot of time.
a lot of time for Ronaldo to get back in form? Then he's saying.
Nah,
Ronaldo has been informed.
That's what I'm saying. Not for Ronaldo, but yeah, for Neymar, eh? Can't work both ways, bro.
yeah, bro. Neymar's been injured like pretty much the whole year. Ronaldo's been playing consistently.
So I'm saying
Different.
Ronaldo has a better chance of doing more for Portugal than Neymar does for Brazil.
Oh, but like I said, bro, the way Neymar and Brazil play is different than the way Cristiano.
When's the last time Brazil played with Neymar on the side, starting?
Couple years.
But isn't that sad?
Couple years, and you're telling me that you're still saying that Neymar Brazil with Neymar is better than they are now?
They might be, but under Carlo, they've been looking pretty decent. So who knows how he play under Carlo's system?
So why throw Neymar in there, a player who, again, you're saying could possibly be healthy and strong in the World Cup? You're gonna just throw it in the mix?
I mean, a player of his talent could surely fit in any system, though.
But isn't that like kind of even worse for Brazil? Because you're saying this Brazil team needs a player like Neymar to function. Like he's gonna be the core
They
player
don't
for
need,
Brazil.
but certainly a player of his talent wouldn't hurt
Yeah.
a team like that.
But it's exactly so. A Brazilian team kind of needs a player like Neymar in that midfield to kind of have that creative function for that team. Meanwhile, Portugal don't need Ronaldo because you're seeing the Portugal team is really good without him.
So
Doesn't that just tell you the quality of the nation?
so did we just
Yeah,
come full circle to my original question?
Yeah, you just kind of like ruined Ronaldo.
Portugal don't need Ronaldo. End of segment.
They've tried to defend Ronaldo by attacking Ronaldo.
I wasn't defending no
Way to bring it full circle.
But I want to talk about Haaland. We were talking about him a little bit earlier before, but Haaland has equaled Mbappe with the international goal tally. So 55 goals, but Mbappe did it in 94 games. Haaland scored 55 in 48 games. Insane output. Bro, if he was playing back in the 90s, people would say he was like a Greek myth or something, bro. Like, his output is insane this season. And this brings the question, can we see Norway do a Croatia-esque run in this coming World Cup?
That's tough. They got it. They're not like, I don't think they're as talented as Croatia, because Croatia, even though they weren't like a top team, they still had like probably a top 3 midfield in the world.
Top 1 striker in the world.
Yeah, but that's a striker. Like midfield controls the game.
They
Like,
also
as far as the goals.
They had a handful of players who played a top level football in Croatia as well in their prime. Perisic was talented. You had Modric. You had Rakitic, who was also strong as well.
Kovacic,
Some good defensive players as well.
Mandzukic,
And Zukic too. They had
Luka at the back.
Serna.
Yeah, their team was just solid, like all around. Like, don't get me wrong. Norway has a team, like a good team all around. They have, I'm pretty sure the whole team is playing in top flight football, top 5 leagues.
No, not top 5, but
Okay, there's a couple maybe in the.
There's a couple
Portuguese
who play for Bodo Glimt. There's some
Yeah.
players who play for their national.
Yeah, they have a couple Prem. One plays for Brentford center back. I don't know they're all their names. They're just Norwegian names. But no, they're a solid team. I don't see them being as good as Croatia, but I think they could definitely make it out of the group, make it past a knockout round, and then maybe get knocked out there. Obviously, depending on who they get. But they're a solid team, man. They could score goals, and that was without Odegaard against us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, Odegaard too. You're right.
yeah, they're a good team. They're a good team.
They're a good team. Very good. They could be a dark horse, man.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit underrated.
And
too.
considering that they're not going to be a pot 1 team, maybe a pot 3 team, I told Chris the other day that whatever group gets Norway in them will be like the group of death.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they're a pot 3 team.
Yeah, best pot 3 team by far.
And if Italy makes into the World Cup, they're a pot 1 team. So that might be the easiest group in the world.
I don't understand how they're like as great as it is. Pot 1, yes, but how are we pot 1?
They're grouping you up based on FIFA rankings.
Stupid. FIFA rankings should not matter that much when it comes to pot. Like Norway finished first in our group. They should be in a higher pot than us.
They're definitely going to recalibrate or reorder them before the World Cups because I'm sure there'll be another FIFA ranking adjustment after all the qualifiers. Just because, again, like you said, the Norway qualifying really high and whatnot. Even these friendlies are going to be changing as well.
It's because they don't want these top nations in the same group. Like if they were to do it based on where they placed, like Brazil would be in like a pot 4, pot 3, because they finished 6 in the
Qualifiers.
In the qualifiers. They just don't want that. They want to have all the bigger teams.
But would it not make it a little more interesting, though?
It would, but you want to see those teams make it far. You don't want to see the smaller teams.
Yeah, but that works both ways because some of the smaller teams who finished higher, like a Norway, who are going to be in pot 3, they'll beat these pot 1 teams anyways.
Maybe because World Cup's a different beast.
Exactly. World Cups.
Like I could say, like if Italy versus Norway in the World Cup, I could see the game switched.
Yeah.
What, you're going to say 4-1 Italy?
Not 4-1, but like they beat Norway.
No, I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
Italy in tournaments are.
You were convinced in the first half when it was 1-1 or 1-0.
1-0.
This guy was ready. This guy was, oh my God.
8 more goals.
my FIFA card's going to get upgraded.
Look at Tally.
But no, they didn't work that way.
No, but usually no. But bigger teams thrive more in these tournament just because they have more talent,
Experience.
and experience.
Before we move on to our next chatting here about now club football, I want to talk a little bit more about this team. We saw, again, we spoke Ireland bouncing back at the very last minute of the game against Hungary. Hungary out of the World Cup as well is another big one.
Team.
Decent team, some good players there. They're in contention from the very for the most of it, and then, dude, his name Troy Parrott.
Yeah.
Troy Parrott. 5 games in the last 2 games. 2 against Portugal to win in that game.
In the last 2 games.
5 goals in the last 2 games.
That's crazy.
2 goals against Portugal and 3 goals against Hungary. You know, like, do you like
His life.
put a statue in this guy on the stadium for him?
Might have to, bro.
Playing in the Eredivisie for AZ Alkmaar, I think it's called Alkmaar.
Does anyone have his age? How old is this guy?
Talent, bro.
I think he's an 02 or an 03.
He's 23 years old, born 2002.
Yeah.
Well, they renamed the Dublin airport after him for a bit.
Yeah, a little temporary name switch.
Yeah, Troy Parrott Airport.
That's crazy.
That is
I mean,
result and a half.
it was a fun moment. You know, I saw his post-game interview. He was bawling his eyes out.
Buzzing.
Bawling his
After
eyes
which
out.
game?
After the game against Hungary.
Oh, when they made it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's like, you know, best game of my life, best moment of my life. You know, he was in tears, family in the crowd. And it goes to show that international break matters. International football matters because it produces moments like this. You don't get moments like this at the club level where you're playing with so much pride, you know, last gasp to take your nation to the promised land, a place they haven't been in years. You know, last time Ireland made the World Cup was 2002. So,
All back.
long time back when Roy Keane was on the team, got exiled from the team.
Damn.
So it's been a long time, and Irish football fans, they're passionate. You know, it was an away game for them, and they were in the high sections of the crowd, just going off. So
They're a good fan base.
I love it. I love international football. It has the best storylines in the world.
You guys see Szoboszlai doing like a little crying kind of celebration, only to get knocked out and sent packing back home. Karma.
When did he do that?
Did
the game?
Yeah, during the game.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, Ronaldo did that, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're not fully qualified yet. They have the playoffs still, but they're a strong team.
They have a
strong
couple
team.
talents. Couple talents on that team. Like Szoboszlai is one of the best midfielders in the world alone.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Orban at the back, one of the best center backs in Bundesliga. Like they're a solid team.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, I like that storyline though for Ireland. I feel like we needed one. We needed one this international break, especially with all these teams qualifying.
So, do you have a list of the teams that have qualified so far?
No.
After this break?
Probably quite a few.
We have, let's see here, the table. So, Germany qualified World Cup. We have Slovakia. They had play game today. I think it was 6-0 Germany win. Beating, slapping up Slovakia in the playoffs. Switzerland qualified for the World Cup. Kosovo in the playoffs. Another surprise of this whole qualifier too, Sweden. 1 point only in 5 games.
Wow.
It's going to be 6 games. We're going to play one more game. I think it's tomorrow. But, man, the Sweden team, we see Gyökeres and Isak, 2 of the most expensive strikers of this last transfer window in the Premier League, completely ghosted. I think Gyökeres is injured, but Isak did come in and he did do nothing. So that's that. Denmark qualified. Actually, I think there's one more game for that, so not for sure. France qualified. Ukraine is going to be in the playoffs. Spain also qualified. Turkey is going to be in the playoffs. Portugal qualified. Ireland playoffs. Netherlands qualified. Poland playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going to be?
Pretty good.
We'll see.
Pretty good.
Depends on who you get.
Austria and Bosnia are still competing, seeing who's going to top the group of H. Norway, World Cup. Italy playoffs. Belgium qualified. North Macedonia playoffs.
Gee.
Oh, so was Macedonia.
England qualified. Albania playoffs. And then we have Croatia qualifying and Czech Republic playoffs. So, man, it's going to be an interesting World Cup. It's going to be fun.
Shaping up, man.
I'm
Shaping
excited.
up.
What happens if Italy get Poland?
Hey, man.
Light
Good
work.
luck.
What's wrong?
They're
What, they're gonna go for Italy?
You go in for Italy, Jay, or no?
No, should be a pretty easy win.
Damn.
Oh, we also saw Nigeria
Against Congo.
and not making the World Cup.
For the
Congo
second
winning
time in a row.
Congo winning the penalties. That was a crazy game as well.
Nigeria is the Italian African team.
The African Italians.
Sure.
Yeah, and Nigeria are an African team.
The African Italian team.
You guys want to hear something crazy about Nigeria?
Sure.
So Nigeria didn't qualify in 1978, 1986, and 2022 either. Which teams won the World Cups in that year? 2022, Argentina. 86, Argentina. 78, Argentina. Will Argentina win again in 2026 because Nigeria didn't qualify?
Nope.
Damn.
If Argentina went back to back, I'm not watching football anymore. I can't.
Why?
I can't.
Isn't that like a good send off? I guess for
No.
what a lot of people would say the GOAT footballer.
They
And
gave him a
He already has a send off. How many send offs does he need?
Hey man, back to back.
Bro went to Barcelona for another send off.
We don't even know if Messi's playing in the World Cup.
Yeah, he'll be there no matter what.
We don't know.
He'll be there no matter what.
You
He didn't
know.
give the confirmation.
He's going.
He didn't confirm it though.
100%.
You don't have to.
Who said?
He'll be there.
Bro, he'll be there. Come on.
He'll be there, and if I gotta see Paredes lift another cup, I can't.
Paredes.
Not Paredes.
Paredes, DePaul, all those guys.
But
Bodyguards.
speaking of Messi, speaking of being at the World Cup, and speaking of the MLS where he plays in Inter Miami, they have now changed their structure and their format in club football. Starting 2027, they're going to follow the European schedule.
Or everyone.
And
Just
no,
the
sorry,
world.
no, some teams don't play it like that. Some leagues don't. But yes, they're going to follow the European schedule and follow from international breaks, follow for the summer break. Good or bad for North American football?
I think it's good and bad. I think it's good because it's the same as everything else, which makes it better. You can watch it at the same time as everything else. The only bad thing is it's gonna be freezing during some games. Like Toronto already has a tough time filling the stadium in the summertime. Like how are they gonna fill the stadium in the wintertime? That's what I would like to know. And there's teams like Vancouver.
Vancouver doesn't feel.
Huh?
They don't get that.
Hey, Montreal.
No, I'm saying for winter. Like it's gonna be cold.
Not that cold.
No?
They don't really get snowed
Okay,
on
Montreal.
that much.
Ottawa? No, Ottawa, what am I saying?
Mainly like
Minnesota.
East Coast teams, you could say, right?
East Coast, yeah. New York, stuff like that.
San Jose. Is San Jose hot? I don't even know.
This guy, you don't.
I'm just naming
you
teams.
don't know your geography.
But it's gonna be really cold. It's gonna be cold, and Messi's not gonna want to play.
Do you think they did it for Messi, a player like Messi,
No.
because he extended his contract?
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
But they're saying it's going to attract some more talent coming to the league. Is that true? Is that it might, but it's not going to attract players to like some of these colder teams. Even then, like they might have some away games in these colder stadiums. Like sure, like LA, Miami, and another handful of teams, Seattle, Atlanta, like they sound like great clubs to go join, but who's going to come to Toronto see if I'm playing winter games minus 30-degree weather?
Yeah, that's why we're never going to see Messi again.
At the end of the day, if we have good quality players, you're going to go watch, but TFC don't. I think teams obviously like Miami probably like, okay, good, because like they don't care. It's going to be hot anyways.
Not away.
Yeah, but in general, the home games are going to be hot. So like they're probably nothing crazy. And if anything, most of these teams like Miami have a lot of international players anyway, so they're probably used to that anyways. So I don't know. I think it's better for football in general because at the end of the day, that's the best system in football. Give the players a nice summer, let them play throughout the normal seasons, and if you do that, like we've seen before, our players wanted to go out for loans to different clubs. We heard rumors of Son going to loan at Milan because of that. Obviously, if you're LA Galaxy, you don't want Son to go on loan because what if he gets injured, right? So like there's things like that, obviously, that help MLS. Like you want your players to stay in the MLS.
I guess it is a good thing
Best
because they
thing
do
is-
get vacation in the summer.
Yeah, they get vacation in the summer, so they're probably happy as well. So that's why I think it's the best thing for MLS and for the players. Like, man, let them enjoy their summer.
I
Just
mean,
like everyone else in the world does.
it's kind of good and bad. Like, it makes sense to align it with European leagues, like especially like in terms of international breaks and whatnot. But then again, like, our attendance record's gonna plummet, especially for these like Eastern Coast teams, because like what quarter of the season is gonna be during the winter. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but then look what happened to Messi and Inter Miami. Some of the games for the international periods were during MLS season games. So obviously he's not gonna play for MLS. He went to go play for Miami, Argentina. Sorry. So that just right there, you're losing your fan base. A lot of people are going to those games just for Messi. If they know Messi's not playing that game, they're not going.
That's one player though.
That's one player. That's one
that's the
team.
biggest-
That's the MLS.
But even then, you gotta look at like the grander scheme of things, bro. You know?
Yeah, that's just one player that I'm speaking of because there's definitely a lot of other players that are playing for different teams. Maybe not top teams like Argentina, but there's players from Paraguay. There's probably players from Ecuador, players from Mexico that are playing MLS that are obviously going to go play for their international teams during the same time the MLS period is going on. It ruins the team. If you're looking at it as an MLS organization and your best players are going out to go play for international duty during your MLS season, it's like, dude, what are we doing? Like, that makes no sense. Your best players, like at the end of the day, the best players on your team are playing for their international teams. Like that's just what it is, obviously. So your best players for every single team that's in the league is leaving to go play. That ruins everything. Appearance records, like people ticket sales, everything. So it makes sense for MLS to adapt. Like you want to sell tickets, you want to make money.
Yeah, I guess you lose money in one way, you'd make money in another way.
It's not the domino I wanted to see drop.
What do you mean?
I want relegation and promotion.
Yeah, that would be the.
I think that's next.
That's what I
It's
need.
never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen because I forget who I spoke to this about. These American millionaires, some billionaires, right? Ownerships. How many of them also own some of these European teams and some of these big teams?
A lot of them.
Right? Now the Serie A is gonna get started. It's gonna being bought out by all these Americans now. No American with money or investor with money is going to want to invest in a team that is going to look to get relegated because that's how you're losing money. And the reason why these Americans are buying some of these big teams and why they have ownership of again MLS because they know no matter what, like their team's going to be high. You're still going to have that kind of fan base, even if you're going to be losing games. There's still the draft, like you're still able to get players through trades and whatnot in the MLS. And same thing in Europe. Like they're buying some of these big teams because some of these big teams will never get relegated because they know they're powerhouses. They have the strong fan base. That's where they're getting all their money from. They can reinvest back into it. But imagine now you have to focus on relegation. Some of these American owners are like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Like they're gonna back out. These teams get bankrupt. They close. They there's no more team anymore. They get folded. Like that's why there's no such thing as this relegation or 2-league system.
It's too Americanized.
Yeah, but then again,
the USL, for example, like that's the second division, the USL or whatnot. Like who owns them? Are they locally owned? Like it's a smaller like fan base. You're not looking to like make money. You're trying to continue growing the game of football in your area, but you're not really looking to really. There's no $1 million investors really in some of these teams, right?
But wouldn't you say if they do have that two-tier system and the USL is the second-tier league, wouldn't there be more investment into those teams from millionaires saying, oh, you know what? Now that these teams can go into the MLS and they're very cheap right now, I'm going to get into it right now, build a good, solid squad foundation, bring some players from Europe, and bring my team back to the front, back to a top.
Yeah,
that's a good sign too.
No, but
and at the end of the day, like
that's a risk. That's the risk.
Of course, it's a risk.
But
everything in life, business is a risk. You're seeing it as Americans. I understand Americans own different teams, different sports, but think about other players as well. Think about other strike countries. Look who owns I think that Paris FC team, right? They were down there bad. Look who owns Como, one of the richest billionaires of all time. Como's not a good team. Yeah, they're building up to be a good team, but you obviously have to, invest in your squad if you want to do good. At the end of the day, there's always in football with every league, there's a chance to get relegated no matter what. Even if you're the best team ever, there's a chance that you're getting relegated. So there's always going to be that chance, that situation. But I think I think it's stupid if Americans don't want to have that 2-tier system, because at the end of the day, if you really want to do it, show it. Put your money down, Clearly, some teams don't want that, but there's investors that do want that, like the ones from Como, the ones that...
Yeah, but Como,
even Strasbourg.
You're not even buying the team.
The Chelsea guy owns that team as well. Why does he have to go and buy that team?
The Wrexham boys?
Wrexham, what do they have to go buy that team for? They're millionaires. They go and fund to an actually bigger team because they want that development. They want to grow that team up. So I think that's the cool thing about
trying to flip their investment, right?
Yeah. So yeah, maybe the big dogs right now in MLS obviously don't want to see that. But at the end of the day, I think if push comes to shove and they have that happen, I think at the end of the day, MLS, that would be the best thing for MLS in the long run.
From a sporting standpoint, I think. It would grow the game.
Yeah.
It would grow the game like crazy, I think.
But I think like the whole infrastructure of like American footy has to change in that regard to have like a promotion or relegation system, because USL is what, like a tier below MLS. Where does CPL come into play then? CPL be like a separate kind of entity?
Well, that's Canadian,
right?
Yeah, there has to be something.
Canadian league.
And even then, what's under USL?
No, maybe the CPL could join the pyramid. Like, for example, Wrexham's not in England; it's in Wales, but they're part of the pyramid somehow. So
British, I think it's a whole British thing. Yeah. Wales don't have their league, right? They don't. They play under the British.
I think they have a Welsh league. Like
no, because even Swansea, Swansea's British.
Yeah,
I mean Wales,
Cardiff,
Wales,
but like
Cardiff.
I think there's other teams.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think if they want to keep growing the game here in North America, CPL and the USL can somehow be in that pyramid scheme. 100%. I don't know how, but it can definitely be done. It can definitely be done.
Then again, it's also tough because how big North America is. Like the landmass is a lot bigger than Europe, so just like traveling and stuff like that also adds a factor to it, right?
It'll never happen. I'll tell you why. MLS is like the NFL, NHL. They want all the top cities in the league. They're not going to swap out, and let's say New York Red Bulls get relegated for some random city in Canada.
I don't know, man. Some of the
100%.
Some of the biggest franchises of all time are in small markets. Kansas City isn't a big market. San Antonio isn't a big market.
My thing is you're saying, oh, they don't want. Then, if anything, I think that's the best for the MLS. You're saying, oh, these owners are gonna be like, no, we don't want this. It's you're gonna push people to go watch these other teams. We're gonna lose money. Yeah, MLS. If you're a business, like this is actually probably better for us, because now these teams, these owners that maybe own New York FC, whatever they're called, they're gonna have to invest more if they really want to stay up. All these teams are gonna have to keep on investing, not just going at it as, oh, this is just a way for us to make some money here and there.
There's salary cap.
So there's things have to be changed. And
That's why, bro. The whole infrastructure has to change in order for that to happen.
But that's why I think this, like the Daniel said in 2027, he said it, or what year?
2027, not the season coming up, but the season after.
That's a good starting point to see what MLS is doing. I think when we see that going on, in maybe a couple of years, they're like, okay, now we got to do something else. Because at the end of the day, like same thing with NBA, it's getting boring now because there's at the end of the day, sports is all about risk and reward. And if MLS, there's no risk in your team doing good or bad, I'm sorry. What's the point of watching it?
And you do bad, you get a better
MLS,
draft
TF's exact
number.
Yeah, but again, drafts doesn't mean nothing.
Which is crazy though, because like you do bad, but you're gonna get rewarded in a way.
Exactly.
But then again, is the drafts class really that high level? Right,
that's what I'm saying. So like,
they got to take drafts out completely.
They have to, and I think they will
bring
at some
point
if they keep on going the way that
they have academy.
Yeah, but like more so because there's a lot of people just go to colleges.
They're introducing it now. I feel like the draft isn't really as big as it was before. I think a lot of it now comes from like the MLS Next program because they have a lot of the academies that come and play and participate where they see talent come through their own academy. MLS draft I think is separate where you do see some talent, but I think a lot of the academy players are coming up now through the MLS Next program. And you're seeing a lot of Philadelphia Union, Callum Sullivan, like he was drafted up through there, not from the MLS draft or anything, right? Where I feel like that is much better because I see a player coming up, playing your style system, your football system from the young age to the professional level, better than bringing up a kid who was really great playing NCAA Division I football. It's harder that way because we heard stories of some of the players we've had come by. You can't transition to some of these teams, but you're not going to see minutes because you're not adapted to the system. You don't play the same football you played in NCAA as you play in the MLS. It's going to be difficult to transition, right? So
yeah. And at the end of the day, I think with Messi in the MLS at Inter Miami, you're seeing it more too. I don't know if you guys look up to see what are paying more attention to Inter Miami. Their academy is a lot of Latinos now, a lot of South Americans,
Miami
that they're bringing in, and I think that just shows like. If one team can do it, other teams are for sure looking at Inter Miami and be like, okay, now that they're doing this, we got to step up our game. So at the end of the day, I think if teams are stepping up their games, if you want to keep in that same level, you have to step up your game as well. So I think it's good for the whole league if they have a relegation because every single team is going to have to step up. And you do not want to get relegated.
And they, Beckham did a good job with what he did bringing Messi to Miami. You already see the fruits of that whole transaction. Like they're already getting a new stadium. They're already bringing a lot more fan base into it because, Miami, sure, it's a party city, but now they have this club to support, right? A lot of Latinos that have that culture where, football is huge. If Messi does leave, hopefully they still continue to have this kind of big fan base because Messi was the kind of pioneer to bring that in.
Messi will definitely have a relationship with Inter Miami even after.
He already does. Oh no, he's gonna have his own team.
He might have his own team, but I'm saying in general, like he's obviously gonna have a relationship with that team. And North America, MLS in general.
Because, well, it's crazy because I don't know if you guys remember seeing how like what it costs for a team to join the MLS. How Beckham had that whole like discounted price because of his like sign-on clause when he joined LA Galaxy.
Messi has the same thing, I think.
He wanted to have a cheaper like buy-in when he made this at Miami club because I think like even bringing like Texas, they're one of the most recent teams too, or even San Diego. Like some of these owners need to pay like millions to bring these teams into the league. Beckham paid almost nothing, right?
Yeah, smart.
It's smart. Like it's all end of the day, it's all business, right? It's hard coming from fans. We want to see this, we want to see that. If it doesn't make sense for teams or the league in general to do it, it's not going to happen. At the end of the day, like it is, it's a business.
And I think like just to end off with this segment, football, soccer in North America is growing, man. Again, next year World Cup, we're seeing already with there was a time where Barcelona was supposed to play a Liga game here in Miami.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? So just things like that just happening, just even in the woodworks, like. That didn't go to fruition, but even the idea of that was crazy. So now we're seeing that might happen. I think at the end of the day, I think in a couple of years that will happen in North America. We're seeing world tours here in North America. Big teams are coming. We saw the Club World Cup here in North America. Soccer, FIFA, everything, the whole sport is growing here in North America, especially in the States. So I think every little thing that you can do to make the game develop here, you have to do it. And if it starts with, MLS doing this tier system right now, or the league system, that's one way to go. It's one way forward. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I want to continue with that though to the next segment. Talking about the Barcelona and who were they supposed to face? Villarreal, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one. Mm-hmm. Barcelona were supposed to face Villarreal in Miami in, I believe, December. Everything was good to go. They got the green light, but obviously a lot of teams in La Liga, protested about it. We saw teams before games not playing for, I think, the first minute or something like that. Obviously, fans were mad. But I'm here to say, I think these La Liga fans are hypocrites.
Why?
Because I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but there was an NFL game just yesterday at the Santiago Bernabeu. It's actually called Bernabeu now. Stadium Bernabeu, no more Santiago. But we saw an NFL game at the Santiago Bernabeu in Spain. And a lot of people, especially Madrid fans and a lot of La Liga fans in general, were saying how they didn't want to see their sport, their league, go play in a different country. That makes no sense. We're gonna have our fans go from Spain to go to a different country to watch their team play. That makes no sense. But then yesterday, I'm seeing all these Spanish fans loving the fact that NFL was at Spain. The fact that they were able to experience that at their home country in the biggest stadium ever. You saw two big teams, Dolphins and I guess Commanders as well. Great atmosphere. Whoa, Daddy Yankee was there. You know what I mean? All these different things. They loved it.
You don't think it was mainly foreign fans watching that game? People foreign outside of Spain?
See, what do you mean? Like Americans?
There's people not from Spain.
No, a lot of Spanish people were there. Obviously, a lot of Europeans were there too. But of course, majority will be Spanish people.
That's okay if it's other Europeans.
Yeah, at the end of the day, all Europeans do.
Bring guys.
Well, same thing if they brought a team game to the U.S.
But this is where I'm going to. Spanish people were mad because they're saying, "Oh, now we have to go spend our money to fly to a different country, hotel tickets, all this stuff to go watch our team play there." What the frick? I saw a TikTok video of a guy that was going to American guys that were at the game there and asking them, "How much did you guys spend?"
Saw that.
And they were saying, "Oh, it's $10,000, $5,000, $2,000." They didn't care. I was surprised that a lot of them were saying, none of them, not a single one of them were saying, "This is a disgrace. How the frick is our team? How is my Cowboys? Why am I spending so much money coming all the way to Spain to watch my team play? This is a disgrace. I want to watch this team in America." Not a single person said that. All of them were saying, "I'm so happy it was here in Spain. I love that it's in Spain. I get to try the food. I got to try all this and that." Not a single of them were mad that their club was in a whole different country. Meanwhile, La Liga fans, Spanish fans are getting mad if their one game was going to go be played in England, in the U.S. I find that super hypocritical. Clearly, it doesn't work both ways. I think like to see the NFL fans be happy to go over there, I think it's just you can't. It got me cheesed.
It's crazy to me too because there's obviously way less games in the NFL than there is in La Liga or any other soccer league. One of these teams ended up losing a home game, so their home game is going to be at the Bernabeu instead of Dallas, instead of Miami or Washington, right? It's the same thing if you go to the vice versa, right? Some Barca or Villarreal could have lost a home game. But at the end of the day, like I'm sure even some of these season holders are like, "Why am I losing my home game?" And they have to go play over there. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I'm sure they got reimbursed some percentage of it because if you're losing a game, you're losing a game. But yeah, like when I was in Ireland, they had the Vikings and Steelers game. That's where I got the hat from. Steelers, shout out Ireland. But yeah, there was a lot of Americans who wanted to travel there, and dude, good for them. They got to enjoy the country. They got to experience it.
Was a single one of them mad that they were there?
No, there was cool merch to go around to sell, and the NFL did a good job to promote it and have like that whole city of Dublin be like the hub. And there was a lot of tourism. It was interesting. I'd have loved to have gone to the game, but besides that, like I'm sure if they did it in Miami, and Miami is a good touristy spot, they're not going to put it in the middle of nowhere either. They're not going to put Charlotte or not that Charlotte's a bad city or like some other middle of nowhere city.
It was going to be in Miami.
But if it's Miami, New York, a big city, like you get to go tour a little bit, enjoy, get some cool fan, and it's one game, and you enjoy it.
You can't like what's the saying? You can't cut your cake and have a slice too or something like that. What's the saying? What's the saying?
Can't cut your cake and eat it too.
You can't cut your cake and eat it too. I think that's the saying, right? You can't go and say, "Oh, we don't want to have other countries experience our sport." But when a different country comes to our country and we get to experience their sport, we're okay with it.
Yeah,
you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. And when I saw those videos yesterday, I just felt like I was so mad. It was such a hypocritical moment there because let these Americans experience. If you want football to grow, let them experience the same thing too. Then why does it make sense for the NFL, the league, the board, all of them? Why would it make sense for them? Again, if it's a business, why would we go to a different country? Our demographics is clearly not in Spain. It's not in Spain. What's the reason of that? Because they're trying to grow the sport all around the world. That's why when Spain had and the La Liga had it in the works that Barcelona and Real were going to go play in Miami, is because what? Yeah, it might not be good for business, but it's good for growing the sport. So that's why, to be honest, for me, and I know a lot of different creators as well, like Rahimovic, he was saying this would have been an amazing thing to happen if they went to go play in Miami. And I agree. I think they should do that in the future. I think that game should have continued, and I'm actually mad at that.
No, I shouldn't have, bro. The whole outrage is because Villarreal was supposed to be the home team.
So you're saying it should have happened, or
it shouldn't have happened because
it should happen in Miami, or they shouldn't do it.
It should not have happened in Miami. It should not be played in Miami because Villarreal were supposed to be the home team. And if you compare the different fan bases, Barcelona are more so a foreign kind of supported fan base, whereas Villarreal mostly Spain, right? So if Villarreal have their home game in Miami, Barca, because they're such a diverse global club, it's going to feel like a home game for Barcelona when it should be a home game for Villarreal.
So then, what if? Yeah. So then I'll give you this. What if it instead? Okay, let's make it a home game for Barcelona then.
But that's not what the
what
the plan was.
He's saying it just shouldn't be. It should be Barcelona that should have been the home.
Let me switch it then. Okay, I understand. Villarreal fans were mad. Okay, then if I was the board and I said, okay, then we'll just make it a game that's Barcelona's home game, Barcelona versus another team or anything. We'll make it a Barcelona game. You as a fan, would you be mad at that then?
As a fan, no, but if I was a player, probably a little bit because it's too much traveling, bro.
But then why are not the NFL players getting mad about it? Because they don't care. It's about the experience, man. I don't understand.
I don't think the players care as much. To be honest. I feel like
a lot of players were saying. A lot of players were talking.
They don't want to go.
They don't want to go. Oh. I don't see.
Frankie De Jong didn't want to go.
Frankie De Jong didn't want to go. Other players didn't want to go. But I don't understand.
Too much traveling, bro.
It is a lot of traveling.
Of course, but if one sport is doing it, that's what I'm looking at. One sport's doing it, and they have how many players on that in the NFL?
A lot.
You know what I mean?
It's like 3
Go for one game. It's a one game thing. Come back, and it's the experience. It's not about even playing that game at that point. It's the experience.
Yeah, but they go to Miami in the off season.
In the off season,
yeah, when they could actually send and party and have a good time and go to the beach.
Footy players do travel the most of any professional though. Like
I agree because there's the European competition.
They did Champions League. They do.
I would have loved it.
They do international break.
It's very close too, though.
Huh?
It's close. A lot of them are close too.
Yeah, but like they're always traveling. Like it's tough.
That's fine, bro. Do you want to go overseas just for like a one-off game?
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much traveling is in the NBA?
Not much.
Yeah, but it's all nothing overseas. Like it's all just.
Yeah, but there's a lot though. How many games?
Yeah. CPL has the most traveling.
If you really think about it, like if you're really deep it, how big is the States and how big is Canada?
Pretty big.
Yeah, but Canada, it's pretty much like
bottom heavy.
Yeah, south of Canada.
But okay, then states. I'm talking about just states.
But even then, you don't think like these teams organize it so that they like, kind of go in like a fluid kind of route?
No,
they don't go. Okay, we're gonna be on East Coast here. That next team West Coast, then back to East Coast.
Be every single team to follow exactly how they want to do it.
Yeah, but they kind of do it.
No, they do that in the NBA.
Yeah,
you have a West Coast road trip.
But I don't think
you have an East Coast road trip.
I don't think every single team is gonna get it the way they want it.
No, it can't be perfect, but you're not gonna have like East Coast and West Coast, East Coast and West Coast, and Central then West and West.
As much
you don't have like a game. If you're like Boston, you don't have a game in LA, and then a game back in Boston.
No, 100%. But also you also don't have as a Cowboys fan a game here in the States and then a game in Spain.
But they're one game a week. Basketball's like 4, maybe 3, 4.
Basketball games a week?
Yeah,
one team.
3 to 4, yeah.
Don't they run NBA games abroad as well?
Back to back,
yeah, sometimes.
Don't they, but more so like beginning of this, like kind of preseason. I don't think they do it during the season.
They don't do like Japan or anything?
No.
They do a Paris game every year.
A Paris game, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it would have been so much. It would have been so.
I
cool
did see
for
some
fans.
American creators though being happy that they overturned the decision. Which
Why?
didn't really make sense. I don't know. I can't tell you.
No, but saying what?
Just good. This is great for the La Liga and football. It's good they overturned it.
I don't think it was.
No, as a fan, I would have loved it.
Exactly.
You don't think Villarreal would have loved to have had their like fan base even like present, like grow the game a little bit for themselves? As like
They would have made more money playing in Villarreal or in Spain than they would overseas. Because there's more fans in Spain for Villarreal than there are overseas.
Realistically, no one's buying a Villarreal jersey. Everyone's going to buy
not
Barca.
that they have to buy it, but what if they did some like, more like I don't know, like
I don't think they're making that much money.
About
to show your brand more.
because-
Like, bro, you think the NFL is gonna go and like, oh, let's go make some Irish Vikings fans?
Yeah, you think
Like, no, like who's buying like everything? There's a lot of like Steelers fans there, but again, that's because people came from the U.S. But like, how is an NFL team gonna make a Dublin person, an Irish person, a fan, or a Spanish person a fan? It's hard, but being present there, seeing like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, like. Oh, I don't really watch football, but there's a game happening here. I can see everyone around me is enjoying it. Sure. Now maybe I'll start watching it. Oh, maybe I'll be a Vikings fan because they came to my country or to my city. That's how you grow some fan base in a way. Like it's those who aren't really football fans. Like, oh, who's this Villarreal? They came to my city. They beat Barcelona.
Yeah.
What if they beat Barcelona?
Oh, I like Villarreal now. You know what I mean? Like these like for example, this event in Spain wasn't to make money. 100%. If it was to make money, you would have stayed in thing. It was to create a bigger fan base of NFL in Spain.
Bro.
I'm sure.
Bernabeu fits like what 75K. That's how many people were at the game.
Who
bro.
was
They're
there?
not there to make money.
Who was the majority then?
I don't know. What do you
Was it
mean?
Spanish people or Americans?
Probably foreigners.
No, there's a lot of Americans that when I was in Dublin, a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Foreigners, right?
Yeah, but
They're
like,
foreigners.
But end of the day, like, is the league profiting from it? The city profiting from it? The teams profiting from it? I'm sure the league subsidized some of the teams.
I just find it when I was watching. I just found it weird. I don't know.
Oh, Griezmann loved it.
Griezmann was in love with it, bro. Like I was pitch side, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As Grizu.
I don't.
Greasy grease.
Any last words, guys?
You were saying something. I know you're wearing a Brazil jersey there, Matt. Something about Pele.
Oh yeah, so Neymar and his father actually bought the rights to Pele's ownership. So apparently they bought out his ownership for 18 mil. Let me find it. So yeah, Neymar and his father have secured Pele's entire brand legacy for 18 million, gaining full image rights, name use, and historic archives. Official reveal set for Wednesday on the anniversary of Pele's 1,000th goal.
That's insane.
18 mil. Is that too little? Is that kind of wrong for Neymar and his father to do?
I don't think it's wrong, but like,
Hey, if you're mad about the situation, blame the Pele estate for selling the rights.
I just want to know what he's going to do with it, though. Like, I get it's to make money off of it, but like, if he does it where like he does well for Pele, like puts his face out there, still like keeps his legacy alive and stuff, I think it's okay. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But like, if he just kind of like tarnishes Pele's name with this, just put his face in FIFA or whatever, like small things, then I don't like it.
I see where you're coming from. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying this is very depressing. Very, very depressing. But a perfect portrait of a sorry state of things in Brazil. He's saying how Brazil, like that just shows you how bad football is in Brazil. Like they're selling the state of Pele, bro. That's like you would never think that's what
How wouldn't the country itself buy it?
Yeah.
Like end of the day, like the
They're better
country,
fish to fry, bro.
the country be benefiting from their goat. No,
Yeah, but that's like a small fish in the pond. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because Neymar, like with this, I guess can make like merch, documentaries, charity kind of things, right?
you
Like,
sell the rights to it. You make money from people using his image.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's
yeah,
gonna sell the rights
that's what I'm
to
saying. It's probably gonna do that, right?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
But
From a
like,
business standpoint, it's smart as shit.
I mean, I think
Great move.
I think it is at the end of the day a great move for the Pele estate because at the end of the day, if it wasn't Neymar buying it And if it was someone else, another business, maybe a different, maybe someone that's not even from Brazil.
Someone from China.
Maybe it's a different, a Chinese investor or American investor. You think they would have the same passion behind it as Neymar would have? No. At the end of the day, Neymar knows the legacy that Pele had, not just for him, but for even his team, right? Santos. They both
And
came
more so
from
his
Santos.
dad, maybe. Probably watched them.
They both came from Santos, right? So if anything, I think Neymar having it is probably the best thing for this for Pele's memory and legacy, because I think he'll take care of it. I don't know, it's just weird though. I never saw something like this ever happen. Like Maradona, did they like you know what I mean? Like that would never happen. So I just find it weird.
His family still owns it.
Brazil for you, bro.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
But let's end off this episode with a cheeky game. Not a game to play ourselves, but a football game. Happy tomorrow. Canada versus Venezuela. Predictions. Quick. Cool.
The way I look at it, I had a bad beat at the Canada game we were at. A really bad beat. I slammed everything on Canada, and it came up against me with a 0-0 stalemate. But I'm going to double down. I think Jonathan David is going to score. He's due to bag. Juventus spell isn't going too great, but Canada, we got his back, Les Rouges. I got Jonathan Davies scoring, man. Come on.
Well, we saw Canada perform with 10 men against a team that finished second in CONMEBOL qualifying. They held their own. I think with 11 men, I think they could beat Venezuela, man. I feel like they'll do the job.
Yeah, I think we get like 2-0. I think we smack them up, to be honest. I know they're South American, but let's go Canada.
2-0?
2-0.
3-1, Canada.
Yeah, 3-0. I mean, we played them in Copa America. Got a dub.
I was
Beat
about,
him in
I was
pens,
about
though.
to mention that.
Beat him in pens.
Beat him in pens, though.
Different team now.
Not worried.
Didn't Salomon Rondon score against us that game, I think?
Rondon, bro. Come on.
But no, like, after seeing that Ecuador and Canada game, man, I was very, very depressed. Both sides, being Ecuadorian and Canadian, watching that game was...
Why Canada played well defensively, bro. Defensive masterclass.
No.
Yeah,
I watched a different game.
Canada
I
played good.
was watching from a higher distance.
He was up
Alright,
top on the stadium. He was.
So I watched it better, just like what's his name?
Luis Enrique?
Luis Enrique,
Your guy,
I
eh?
had a better view, bro. So I saw.
I know what he means,
I
bro.
saw a different angle, man. I know what he means now. But no, obviously it was a friendly game. I'm just disappointed because at the end of the day, it's a friendly game. Like, I understand you have a red card, but just go out and play, man. Like, go out and try to get a win. Like, it's a friendly game. It doesn't mean anything. I understand if it was for a competition, you want to defend. You won't get scored on. But it's a friendly game. Go out there and freaking score or try to score. They were defending the whole game too. And Ecuador, I don't even want to talk about them. But I do see Canada winning. I think it's going to be, I hope Promise David plays because I'm going to have him bagging 2 goals this game. I think
goals?
I think it's going to be 3-0 Canada.
If he plays.
They have to come and win this game. If they don't win this game, it's looking bad for Canada.
Yeah.
I'm saying 2-0. 2-0. Yeah.
So unanimous across the board. All dubs, eh?
Oh, Canada,
dubs.
baby.
Back our
Oh,
country.
Canada.
All dubs.
Close off, Spatty.
Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode. We'll thank the audio viewers for listening in. Audio listeners, sorry. For listening all the way to the end of the podcast.
Thank the video listeners too.
The video listeners, the audio viewers and the video listeners.
The
Thank you
audio
guys.
feelers.
And audio
all
feelers.
5 senses, bro.
All the senses. And the sniffers.
The touchers.
But yeah, thanks again. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment on any of the stuff that we talked about today. If you have a different view, let us know. And you know who we are.
And if you haven't checked out the charity match we played on our channel,
We won.
it was in support of mental health for CAMH Foundation.
Right here.
We all balled. It was a fun game. We played against Fan First Network, another great channel organized by 6 Yard Box. Great match. You guys are going to see all our techers. It's on the channel. Check it out. Charity match.
Great time. Check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, and if you watch that, I want you guys put in the comment below who do you think had the best performance and who had the worst performance.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us
We won't tell you the result. You have to watch the game.
These boys played. I couldn't play. I still have this knee surgery.
I'll just let
Working
you
on it.
know I had a great game. Just watch, though.
Leave it in the comments, boys.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. You know who we are.
Culture.
With that, we out.
Peace. See ya.
Peace.